Hey, I'm back. This video is basically about the evolution of my religion. Not my religion, but I guess of religion in my life. My soul's journey. My very first video, I said I'm not some Jesus freak who's trying to scare you. I was just trying to bring about the facts. And I actually became a Jesus freak in the process. And I just wanted to share with you where I am now, for those of you who are interested, for those of you who have been there since the beginning with me. And I've gotten some really cool messages about people that now believe in God and Jesus Christ and the magic that he works, and they didn't ever believe it before. So I'm still always searching, constantly on a journey to find out what the truth is. So this is basically my concept of what my truth is at this point. Okay, I believe that all religion has its truth. I am in love with God and in love with Jesus Christ, but I do not feel that Christianity is the only way. I feel very strongly in that no one religion has all the answers. I feel most organized religions at some point, instead of going right, making right decisions and continuing to make right decisions for the church, they took a left. Some a very strong and sharp left. If anyone considered themselves spiritual and not religious, my old church and Bible study group members considered them lost. And for a moment in time, I fell into that train of thought. I'm certainly not naive when it comes to these kinds of things, but I truly, wholeheartedly felt like religion, Christianity, was the right way to go. And there was really no other way to salvation and to heaven when you do pass over. I believed what my church was teaching me. But in time, I didn't feel right, because it didn't feel right. Unfortunately, I'm no longer a member of that church. I was very dedicated. I was going to church every single Sunday. I'd get there early, and I'd go to all of the Bible study groups. I did a couple Bible study groups, and they were really amazing, and I learned a lot, and I met some great people. But see, I don't know. I agree with a lot of it, but there were a few things that just did not resonate within my soul. I remember one of the Bible study classes, I engaged in a low-key debate with someone. The issue of homosexuals came up. The person said, "We will accept them, but just know that they are doing wrong, that they are sinners and they need to change their behavior and get right with the Lord." I disagreed with that for a number of reasons. Mainly, I once knew a gay person who said that if he could change his sexual orientation, that he would do that in a heartbeat. He would never choose to have his family hate him and choose to have the world look at him in a certain way. He would never have chosen that for his life. And it really broke my heart because so many people say that they can just change, and it's not as easy as that. It really isn't. And he said that if he could change, he would, but he couldn't. He loved the Lord more than anyone I had known. I feel that people are born gay or born straight, and that's exactly how God made them. God doesn't make mistakes, no matter what us humans feel like. There is much to be learned from every religion, from Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, and Islam, just to name a few. I believe Christ, Buddha, and Muhammad, they were all prophets sent from the Lord to assist in humanity's spiritual progression. There's no reason for us to have such separation and such negative feelings for any other religion. If you have a certain train of thought about terrorists and people who are Muslim, those people are extremists, just as there are extremists in every other religion. So it's important to not put people in a box and just understand the bigger picture here, which is we all came from God and we're all stuck on this earth to explore things and experience things for God. It's as simple as that. And some people may, it may look different when other people are praising God and worshiping, and it could be very, very different from how you live and how you operate, but we are not to belittle anyone or have negative feelings towards them just because they're different. So I think it's really cool that I think it's really cool that I have arrived here with this mind, because it has been a journey for me. And I realized that I need old wisdom with new thought. And this is actually the motto of my new church. The church I attend now is quite amazing. All religions are embraced. You can look around and see and feel the difference via the outfits and even how they carry themselves. As different as we all come together for one main purpose. And that main purpose is to be closer to and to honor God. It's a blend of everything good from all of the religions and schools of thought. It's based on energy. We all have energy. We all share energy, which ultimately leads to the idea that we are all connected. We even do meditations before the service starts. It's magical. It really is quite magical. Plus, I always felt, since I was younger, that I was more of a spiritual being than a religious being. I've always been quite mystical, looking at the stars and kind of getting a little bit anxious. My heart is beating really fast when I look up at the stars and just think about the possibilities of what's out there. I came from that, and we can't forget about the mystical side of what God is. It's not just strict religion. That's hardly what it is. Basically, though, it's very simple. Much more simple than we are all taught. Some may not agree, and I understand that, and I expect that. Some may never change their minds, and I expect that. But I've come to the conclusion that we must all be and stay positive. We need to make a conscious decision to always do the right thing. We need to help others, live our life, experience all types of situations, and learn from them. He wants you to make mistakes, even though the church would never tell you that. I don't think they feel that way. Because this aids in the ultimate goal of why we are even all here on earth. We are sent here to perfect our souls. This part is where it gets really good, because it's so simple and it's just so basic. And I feel like, I pray that when you hear this or research this on your own, that this resonates within your soul, because that's when you really know that something is right. But we were all sent here to perfect our souls. God loves us all, and we must stay on track. But do know, if we fall off, He's always there waiting. We will all go home, all of us, to heaven. All of us to heaven. We will all go to heaven, no matter what you've been taught. There are no restrictions of religion or anything else. It is in the research of near-death experiences that I've been researching about and reading up on, that almost all people that have had these experiences from all over the world, all different types of religions, all different religious backgrounds, all different cultural backgrounds, even atheists or people that have no belief at all, even children 2 and 3 years old, all have the same exact experience when they have these near-death experiences. It's basically all the same situation. Even people that commit suicide have the same, which we are taught that people that commit suicide go straight to hell. That's not true. We all go to heaven. And I would say 98 or 99% of us go to heaven. Those of us that are really bad, like the Hitler types, their energy is just absorbed into God energy. It's like an ocean. I don't really know how to explain it. I'm not really prepared, but it's all good. Like, there is no hell, and you're never going to go there forever and burn in hell. God did not create us like that. He might recycle the souls that have gotten lost along the way, but don't get lost in that. But they have all had the same exact experience. When they pass away, they see there's lots more details, and this is the book that I've been reading. It's called Evidence of the Afterlife, and it's by Dr. Jeffrey Long. Really good book. I'll go into that later with in another video, but it's really good information, and I think there's something to be said about that. So thanks for listening, and I'm out. Deuces, baby. How do I do this?